Hello guys, welcome to my car. I officially ran out of shelves for my books. My bookcase is like filled up. Second, I've decided to go on a book buying ban, which we'll get more into that later. But before I do that, I am spending my Christmas money on books. So we're gonna go to Barnes. This is so nerve-wracking. Have I ever filmed in public? Absolutely not. Do I feel confident that I can do it today? Absolutely not. I did want to show you my wallet. It's a copy of Romeo and Juliet, and it's so pretty, and I love it. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I'm so nervous. It's packed in here. I'm also coming on New Year's Eve. You guys should be home drinking. I don't know. Not at a Barnes & Noble. I have a list that I'm going in here with. Do I think I'm gonna stick with it? No. Okay, let's go. When I tell you, that might have been my most incredible book trip ever. I got 6 books. I'm so excited. I had 5, okay? It took me a long time to like figure out what I wanted. All of them but one were on my list, I think. And then I was in line and I was waiting and it was long. The workers were amazing. I love them all. But I waited in line for like 10 minutes, and then out of the corner of my eye, I see a stand of like classic special editions. I gotta get out of line, and I did, and I'm so happy that I did. You're gonna be thrilled when you see this book that I bought. Anyway, I will update you when I get home. Okay, I just got home, and I have quite a few books that we're hauling. Starting off with books I was gifted for Christmas. My mother dearest got me quite a few books. One being a special edition, the Iliad and the Odyssey. I know you guys don't know because this is the first ever video, but I'm a huge Greek literature fan. Greek mythology, Greek literature, all of it. I took a comparative classical literature when I was in college, and I love it. I love it so much. She's gorgeous. She's got sprayed edges. And then on the inside, there's some really pretty artwork. And I love it. I'm gonna go through it and like annotate it, I think. I'm so excited. Okay, through it and like annotate it, I think. I'm so excited. Okay, so there's that. She also got me special edition The Great Gatsby, which again is gorgeous. I love the red. You can kind of see it on the spine, but it is so pretty. Sprayed edges as well. My mom got me my first copy of The Great Gatsby like 4 or 5 years ago, and now I can like actually appreciate it, and it's pretty, and these two together are gorgeous. She also bought me, I don't think you're ready for this, a Barnes & Noble special edition leather-bound box set of Jane Austen books. Jane Austen is really special to me. I've only read a few of her books, but my great-grandmother, who's passed, but I feel very connected to, loved Jane Austen. She actually named her 2 children, Jane, my aunt, and then Austen, my grandfather, and I just was really set this year on diving into more of her work, and these, they're so pretty. And I'll bring a few out to show you. Love and Friendship. They're all these like very cute covers. Pride and Prejudice, which was on my 2024 TBR. One of the books that I'm hoping to read. So that's exciting. Emma, the classic. You get the picture. They're all wonderful books, and I'm so excited to read those. So that's what my mommy got me. She also, this is like not in the book haul, but it does, you know, make sense. She got me a customized book embosser. I think embosser is the right word. It might not be, but it's one of these guys, and mine's customized, and it has my name. Let me try to find a good example of it. Okay, here's one. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up very well, but that's what it looks like. It says from the library of Grace Anne, and it has a little sword, which I love because I have a little sword tattoo. That's my first and my favorite ever, so I don't know. It's exciting. I have to go through and like stamp all of mine though. It's gonna take forever, but I'm so excited to. Me and my friends also did a Secret Santa this year for our Christmas party, and my Secret Santa got me 2 books. They got me Be Water, My Friend, which is a Bruce Lee biography written by his daughter. I do want to get into more biographies and autobiographies. I just finished biographies and autobiographies. I just finished Britney Spears' The Woman in Me, and I loved that. So another goal for 2024. This one's short. It's like 200 pages. I'm really excited to read it. And this cover is so pretty. It's like watercolor painting. I don't know, I love it. He also got me This Is How You Lose the Time War. I've had this book on my TBR for probably a year now. I'm also getting into more sci-fi, as you'll see with some of the books I bought. I've heard this is a great introduction to that genre, and it has some romance, I'm pretty sure, and like the other one, 200 pages, finish it in one sitting. Very, very exciting. Now, moving on to books I bought in the mountains. My family went on a trip for Christmas to a cabin in the mountains, and day 2 I found out they had a Books-A-Million, and that was my only goal for the whole time. Forget skiing, forget tubing. I need to go to a Books-A-Million. I've never been, we don't have one near us. I went to Books-A-Million. I'm dropping them. This is the stack. This is the stack of books I got. I'm not gonna spoil them, but it's a lot. Starting off, I got George R.R. Martin, Clash of Kings, second book in the Game of Thrones series. I just finished the first one. I loved it. It's one of my 5 stars for the year. I finished it in like 2 weeks. It took me a while because the first book is like just history. Just history, just people, just lineage. So I am excited to read this one. I'm hoping it's a little more things happening. Excited for this. Then, I was talking about sci-fi earlier. I bought a copy of Dune. I didn't see the movie. I know Timothée Chalamet is in it, and he's great. But I don't even know what it's about. What I know is what my friend is just obsessed with this book, or the movie, and I was like, I'll read the book. We will talk about it, whatever. Anyway, it is almost 900 pages. Same thing with this one. I think this one's 800. I don't know where I got the balls to try to read books like this, and, you know, in like a week. Anyway, okay. This one I'm very excited for. Stephen King's The Gunslinger. This is the first book, and there's another sticker you can't take off. It's fine, it's fine. This is the first book in the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. Stephen King is, I wouldn't say one of my favorite authors. I think he could be. I haven't read much by him. But my favorite book of all time, of ever, is The Stand. Because I was a 14-year-old with a God complex. And I was like, everybody else is doing The Outsiders. I'm gonna read a 1,100-page Stephen King novel instead. It ended up being my favorite book ever, and it stayed that way. I'm a sophomore in college now, and this still holds up, okay? I figured, why not try The Gunslinger? I know it's not horror, which this wasn't really either, so I'm not sure. I know this is more of sci-fi. I've heard this described as scary cowboys in space. And I'm a Cowboy Bebop fan, so like, why not? Next we have The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I don't hear much about this book, but I do hear it very, 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 very much from Haley Pham. There's only 4 books. It's YA. I think it's like FBI agents, but they're like 16. It's giving a good girl's guide to murder, which was great. So, excited about that. You guys are gonna love this. You're gonna love it. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I haven't read this yet. I've read half of the ACOTAR series. It's up there somewhere. Love ACOTAR so far. It's great, especially the 3rd book. I might have cried a little or a lot. Throne of Glass series, I heard honestly it was better. And I'm not a smut person, so I think the YA aspect to this book is gonna tickle my fancy a little bit more than ACOTAR did. I have to start somewhere. So this will probably also be in a reading vlog later. Maybe. Next, The Witcher. Another sticker that I can't take off. Books A Million, what are you doing? I didn't play the game or watch the TV show when it came out. I know it's super popular for a reason. I'm not gonna be dumb, okay? People like the show for a reason. And this bad boy, also super cool cover. On sale for $5. It's on sale. I have to. I cannot just leave it there. Next, I have The Dragon Republic. R.F. Kuang, you are my favorite author right now. Truthfully, I finished Poppy War and I'm halfway through Babel right now. The writing is so different than a lot of the fantasies that I have been reading. So yeah, I just finished Poppy War like 2 weeks ago to pick up Dragon Republic. It's the next book. It's a little longer, which I'm excited for. I'm excited to see where this book takes us. Last book from Books A Million is Donna Tartt's The Secret History. Super cool. I kind of love how this is purple and it just doesn't match. I kind of adore that. I just subscribed to some guy on BookTube who is a huge fan of The Secret History by Donna Tartt, and he has like multiple copies of this book. I don't know his name, but I'll put it somewhere. I don't know. Hey, love you. Love your videos. That's all from Books A Million. They're expensive. Books A Million's kind of expensive, and they were running a sale, and I don't think they gave me the discount for the sale, but whatever. Last but not least, this is my Barnes & Noble haul. I just remembered what books I got from Barnes. First, this is the first book I picked up. I saw it, there was one of them, and I had to buy. I would fight someone for this book. Little Women, okay? I've never read it, never seen the movies. I'm a fraud. I know this is like the classic, but I wanted to really savor it when I read it. And I wanted a really nice copy, and I feel like it's gonna be a spiritual event. You know what I mean? This makes me want to cry. This is probably one of the prettiest books I own, and it's just gorgeous. It's so pretty. Also, I visited a bookstore in Charlottesville for my birthday in August and found these earrings, and listen, I know this is the book equivalent of me wearing a band tee that I can't name 5 songs from, but if I like something and I think it's cool, I'm gonna buy it, and I'll do the thing later, okay? So I own this pair of Little Women earrings. They're my pride and joy. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see them well, but they're gorgeous and I love them and I wear them all the time. Next, Belladonna by Adeline Grace. think this is YA as well. I'm kind of in a YA mood apparently. I saw this on TikTok a lot. Book Talk. Really loved this for a second. And then there's another book called Foxglove or something. This is the second book. This is gorgeous. This cover, she's so pretty. I'm not sure what it's about. I think it's fantasy. If a lot of people recommend it, I'm gonna read it. I might not like it, but I'm gonna read it. So this is the next book. This is Oscar Wilde's Uncensored, The Portrait of Dorian Gray. Again, just a pretty cover. Gorgeous, okay? This is another book that I want to read in 2024. I'm really focusing on like classics this year because part of me feels like a fraud when I'm like, oh, I read so many books, and it's like, and I haven't read like any classics. And I found this uncensored version, and it was on one of the Barnes & Noble like end caps that was like Read with Pride, and it was a bunch of like gay books. So I don't know, I have no clue what this book is about. Not a clue. The uncut, uncensored version is gayer. So that's nice. This book has been on my want to read for like 2 years. It's called Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. I'm gonna buy another copy of this one. This is the only copy that they had. Literally last copy of this book. I'm gonna put the cover that I saw first right here to kind of show you what drew me to it. Because this is boring. Julia, Miss Julia, if you did this is boring. Also, another sticker. She's short and sweet. This is, I don't know. Truthfully, I saw the cover, I said the cover looks absolutely insane. I have to read it. I read the back and it's cool. The last sentence of the synopsis is, as Mary, the wife, searches for answers, desperate to understand what happened below the water, she must face the possibility that the woman she loves is slipping from her grasp. The drama, the angst. I'm really excited to read it. Another super cool one that I don't know what it's about. Milkfed. Do I know what it's about? No, I don't. But what I do know is that I read Tender as the Flesh. Tender as the Flesh is definitely in my top 3 books for 2024. Great book. Dystopian, horror, cannibalism, any nasty, disgusting, inhumane thing you can think of, that book has it, and it does it well. So people said this. People said Milkfed. People also said Earthlings, which I couldn't find today. Uh-oh. It's about eating disorders. I'm gonna read a little thing for you. Okay. Pairing superlative emotional insight with an unabashed vivid fantasy, Broder, the author, tells a tale of appetites, physical hunger, sexual desire, spiritual longing, and the ways that we try to compartmentalize these often interdependent instincts. I felt like I was having a stroke reading that. I'm excited. I'm excited. I don't know what to tell you. This last one, I feel like we all need to take a deep breath together for what I'm about to pull out of this bag. This is the book that I got out of line because I saw. I don't do that for many books, okay? I have a Barnes & Noble special edition War and Peace. And I know you're saying, Grace, wasn't like 50 out of the 70 books you read this year romance? Yeah, they were. But I'm tired of romance. I don't like romance anymore. I'll read romance as a palate cleanser, but the stories are just all the same now to me. I've been obviously getting more into like literary fiction and dark academia and fantasy, which none of those would make sense for War and Peace, but it's an iconic book. You'd be mad if I didn't get this. Gorgeous book. Stop. Do I know what War and Peace is about? No. And I know people are yelling at me. I know you're yelling at me. Do not write that comment. This is like one of my life bucket list goals, is to read War and Peace all the way through, to say that I've done it. This is 2024, babe. 2024. I'm reading War and Peace. We're knocking out some just important, famous literature this year. I hope you enjoyed my book haul. It's time to get serious. Son, have a seat. I own too many books. Why would you say such hurtful things? Such disgusting things? Because it's true. I filled this bookshelf up. I got this bookshelf like 2 months ago. It shouldn't be full. And I used to pride myself on being a person who would get a book and then read it, and then get another book and then read it, and have like maybe 5 books on my TBR. You know? It's over 50. Besties, it's over 50 books. Especially with what I just bought in Barnes & Noble and Books A Million. Anything up here, this shelf, and then anything on this shelf, I haven't read. I hope you can see this. There's just books everywhere. So I'm officially going on a book ban as of December 31st, 2023. And I will not buy another book until I finish all of these. Now, only exception is Emily Henry's Funny Story. So I will buy that book. But besides that, none. None. I have a notes app list of just so many, all the books that I haven't read. That pretty much wraps this video up. This is my first video on YouTube, so do not fret. A lot of these books are planned to be in reading vlogs later on. I have a reading book talks, biggest books, or reading book talks, like most popular books, with Fourth Wing, with Red Rising. There are videos coming. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, hit the like button. It would mean the world to me. I would be honored to hear about the books that you got for Christmas. I would be ecstatic to talk about books with you. All right, I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.